Hello and a warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV News Cycle, live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has assured residents of the nation's capital city that with their support, the FCT administration will achieve more in terms of performance in 2024. The minister, who disclosed this while on inspection tour of various project sites across the capital city, expressed optimism that when completed, the Millennium Tower project will change the landscape of Abuja as well as boost its tourism potentials. Kikelomo Okere has details.
The minister says the FCT has also submitted supplementary budget of 2023, which President Tinubu has approved to transmit to National Assembly to be allowed to spend 61 billion naira before 2024 in order to complete specific projects so that by May 29, new projects will commence. While expressing satisfaction with the level of ongoing work at the Southern Park Ring 1, which connects in the heart of the city, and B12, which stretch from Bolingo Junction to the city gate, he assured the various contractors handling the project that they will be paid before the end of the month.
And the FCT, they will serve court processes. Nobody will bring it attention to the ministry, to the FCT. And then there will be judgment, and judgment. Now all those things will be things of the past. It will not work again. Those who are working in the legal departments will not be happy with us. But there's nothing we can do. When you take the right decision, some people will not be happy, some will be happy. What is important is overall interest. It's not for a few people.
Earlier, the minister set up a task force to critically examine the land swap initiative started by its predecessors. The land swap initiative, which was introduced since 2012, had suffered setback due to several factors. The minister noted that the task force working under the issuance of certificate of occupancy was being empowered to handle all the complaints about the land swap.
Assignment for the task force instead of creating more taxes. We believe that the same task force should be able to handle this issue of land swap. We've had a lot of complaints. I want to know details of the land swap. And then on the sale of federal government houses, so many complaints. There are some houses that are built and abandoned. What is the position? Let us get the documentation from the house that are sold and then they show receipt of payments.
The task force that is headed by the Senior Special Assistant to the Minister on Land, Urban and Regional Planning, Michael Chinda, has the mandate to work and deliver Global Television News.
A Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja on Wednesday granted bail to the former governor of the Central Bank, Godwin Emefiele. He was granted bail in the sum of 300 million and 2 sureties in like sum. Ruling on his bail application on Wednesday, Justice Hamza Muazu said the sureties must have certificates of occupancy and titles of property within the Maitama district. He also ordered Emefiele to deposit all his travel documents with the registrar of the court and to remain within the Abuja Municipal Area Council. The federal government had initially preferred 20 charges of procurement fraud to the tune of 6.5 billion naira against the former CBN governor, but the FG reduced the charges to six to the tune of 1.2 billion naira, which he was arraigned on Friday. Muazu, at the last proceeding, remanded Emefiele in Kuje prison pending his ruling on the former CBN governor's bail application. He adjourned the matter till November 28 for the commencement of trial. The federal government has approached the Supreme Court to review its judgment that the old 200 naira, 500 naira and 1,000 naira should be legal tender until December 31st, 2023. The government wants the Apex Court to lift its March 3rd order that old Naira notes should remain legal tender along with new notes till December 31st. The Apex Court had on March 3rd restrained the Central Bank of Nigeria from giving effect to the deadline on the use of old notes. The 7-member panel of the Apex Court faulted the policy of the CBN, saying the timing and implementation were defective. This is sequel to a suit instituted by the Kaduna, Kogi and Zamfara state governments challenging the implementation of the policy. 13 other states later joined the suit to co-plaintiffs. According to reports, the Apex Court has fixed November 30th for a hearing on the matter. The federal government has announced that it is considering re-establishing a national shipping line that is projected to add $10 billion to Nigeria's economy yearly. The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, made this known on Tuesday during a stakeholders roundtable discussion on advancing sustainable development in Nigeria's marine and blue economy. The minister explained that the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy will operate under public-private partnerships and arrangements to deliver strategies and policies that will drive development in the marine sector of the economy. A week after failing to appear before the House of Representatives, service chiefs and the Inspector General of the Police finally appeared to discuss security issues with members. Insecurity has been a major cause of concern for Nigeria, from insecurity in the northeast to banditry in the northwest. The southeast of the country is not also spared with reports of kidnapping and killings reported daily. The service chiefs and the Inspector General of the Police took turns to explain their stewardship and challenges faced so far since assumption of office before members. Speaking on behalf of the military, the Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Christopher Musa, says the military has made lots of gains in its fight against insurgency and banditry, stating that as a result, the military has captured grounds previously held by terrorist groups. The grilling later climaxed into an executive session for further discussions. The House of Representatives has summoned 83 ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government as it begins an investigation into the alleged mismanagement of over 447.6 billion naira COVID-19 intervention fund from 2020 to 2022. This implies that the COVID-19 intervention fund from 2020 to 2022 was way higher than the 447.6 billion naira received by less than half of the numbers of MDAs invited by the House of Representatives for the probe, slated to begin from November 27, 2023 and end on December 4th. The House invited the Ministries of Agriculture and Food Security, Communications and Digital Economy, Federal Road Maintenance Agency, and scores of other ministries, departments, and agencies. The MDAs are to appear before the lawmakers to answer questions on alleged mismanagement of COVID-19 intervention funds distributed among them to fight the global health pandemic. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, has reaffirmed Nigeria's unwavering commitment to the fundamental principles of press freedom, stressing its pivotal role in fostering a vibrant democracy and transparency in governance. Alhaji Idris stated this when he received the U.S. Charge d'Affaires to Nigeria, David Green, who paid him a courtesy visit in Abuja. He said, while Nigerians are for press freedom, we also want to call on the government of the United States to support efforts at instituting best practices in the media space, particularly fact-checking mechanism towards reducing the spate of misinformation, fake news, and malinformation. Green, in his response, said the United States is fully behind Nigeria's democracy and is supportive of its media growth through the offer of consistent training over the years, adding that Nigeria is a critical partner in regional security and economic development. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, and the Minister of Steel Development, Shuaib Audu, have resolved to synergize in tapping into the opportunities in Ajaokuta steel plant for the development of road infrastructure in Nigeria. This was part of an outcome of their interministerial meeting held at the office of the Minister of Works in Abuja, in keeping with the renewed hope agenda of the present administration. Speaking on the outcome of the meeting, the Minister of Works said that the Ministry of Steel Development would play a major role in the road infrastructure revolution plan by providing more than 16% of the materials needed for the construction of Nigeria's road in the concrete pavement. He said that tapping into the opportunities in steel industry would not only create jobs and wealth for Nigeria's population, but global market and encourage industrialization. You're watching Global TV News Cycle, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Don't forget, we're on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using at Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When the news cycle returns, North Korea says spy satellite launch successful. The news continues shortly with details of this and other stories right after this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of the news cycle from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. On the foreign scene, North Korea said Wednesday it had succeeded in putting a military spy satellite in orbit after two previous failures, as the United States led its allies in condemning the launch as a brazen violation of UN sanctions. A rocket carrying the satellite blasted off Tuesday night from North Phnom province and accurately put the reconnaissance satellite Maligyong-1 on its orbit, state-run news agency KCNA reported. Now let's talk business now. The federal government has announced the revocation of 1,633 mining licenses due to default in payment of stipulated service fees by operators. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, made the announcement while addressing a press conference in his office. He stated that the revocation becomes imperative following the expiration of a 30-day notice to defaulters as stipulated by Section 11 and 12 of the Nigerian Mineral Mining Act 2007. Uyi Agbomofuegbe has details.
In compliance with the law, the Mining Cadastral Office, MCO, on October 4, 2023, began the process of revoking 2,213 titles. This included 795 exploration titles, 956 small-scale mining licenses, 364 quarry licenses, and 98 mining leases. Minister of Solid Mineral Development, Alake, therefore warned the previous holders of these titles to leave the relevant cadastre with immediate effect, as security agencies will work with the Mines Inspectorate of the Ministry to apprehend any defaulter found on any area where the titles have been revoked.
With this development, therefore, the MCO recommended the revocation of 1,633 mineral titles as follows: exploration license 536, quarry license 279, small-scale mining license 787, and mining lease 31. In line with the powers conferred on me, therefore, by the NMA, that's the Mining Act 207, Section 5A, I have approved the revocation of the 1,633 titles.
The minister further stated that efforts are ongoing to sanction other operators defaulting in payment of royalties, taxes, among others, emphasizing that revocation of operators short-changing government is an ongoing process, which he noted will create space for serious prospective investors to come on stream.
We don't intend to bend or break the rules whenever and wherever there are violations and non-compliance. Rather, we shall make such cases the examples for us to emulate.
Responding to inquiries on illegal mining, Alake read the Riot Act to culprits, asserting their days are numbered. He vowed that government would deal ruthlessly with those who refuse to turn a new leaf, restating the commitment of President Bola Tinubu to sanitize the mining sector.
It is indeed very unconscionable for corporate bodies making huge profits from mining to refuse to give government its due by failing to pay their annual service fee. It is indeed reasonable conjecture that such a company will even be more unwilling to pay royalties and honor its tax obligations to the government. The amount the companies are being asked to pay is so minimal compared to their own revenue projections.
The minister, however, reiterated that plans for the establishment of Mines Police is underway, revealing that the military will conduct initial clearance operations to pave the way for the deployment of the Mines Police. Uyi Agmofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
The World Bank has said that cash transfers can help save Nigerians from intergenerational poverty traps as inflation and lower economic growth adversely affect the poor. In its macro poverty outlook, country-by-country analysis and projections for the Developing World Report, the Bretton Woods Institution said that inflation and low economic growth would add 2.8 million people to poverty by the end of 2023. It was disclosed that an estimated 37.5% of Nigerians live below $2.17 per day international poverty rate, while about 70.4% of Nigerians live below $3.65 per day, lower middle income poverty rate in 2023. The Washington-based bank also noted that the budget deficit is anticipated to increase from 5% of GDP in 2022 to approximately 4% in 2025, even though expenditure would rise due to the implementation of compensatory measures to protect households from the initial effect of the subsidy reform. The National Bureau of Statistics says the average retail price of a liter of petrol increased from 195.29 naira in October 2022 to 630.63 naira in October 2023. It made a declaration in its petrol price watch for October 2023, released in Abuja on Wednesday. MBS stated that the October 2023 price of 630 naira represented a 222.92% increase over the price of 195.29 naira recorded in October 2022. Comparing the average price value with the previous month of September 2023, the average retail price increased by 0.71% from 626.21 naira. The Adamawa Taraba Area Command of the Nigerian Customs Service has seized items including 15,449 liters of premium malted spirit with a cumulative duty paid value of 13 million naira. This was disclosed on the official X handle of the NCS on Tuesday. Other seized items include 19 cartons of foreign insecticide and 26 bags of 50 kg foreign parboiled rice. On account of the flammability of the PMS, the comptroller said most of the product had been disposed of in accordance with the extant laws and the accord proceeds remitted into the Federation account. Abdullahi said the fraction of the PMS remaining on the ground will also be auctioned after the briefing. He added that the command didn't apprehend any of the smugglers as they all took to their heels. However, he vowed to clamp down on all smugglers, maintaining that the nation cannot afford to allow saboteurs to take over the economy. LeBron James claimed another piece of NBA history on Tuesday, becoming the first player to break the 39,000-point barrier as the Los Angeles Lakers routed the Utah Jazz to reach the knockout stage of the league's new in-season tournament. The 38-year-old, needing just 5 points to reach the milestone heading into the game, etched his name into the record books with a three-pointer in the first quarter of a 131.99 Lakers win. James, who passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar last season to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer, saluted the crowd as his achievement was announced. James finished with 17 points from 6 of 10 shooting, while Anthony Davis led the Lakers score with 26 points, 16 rebounds and 4 assists. And that's it on Global TV News Cycle. We're on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching. See you soon.